Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, bitch, you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about? Hey,
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a priest hoe. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named the Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gon' be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
One Westboro.
Right.
Everything is lawful. One Westworld.
The pressure on, I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty is sick and she knows she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep
One Westboro.
Right.
Everything is lawful. One Westworld.
the pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the sign. Told the shorty your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westward, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. Know you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same
Some
channel.
people might, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
Seeing if you're gonna step up in it,
What's world?
you're gonna run
You stick
with
to
it.
the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm one of them. One of the greatest, is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you niggas loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this a demonstration. Get sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against us, you gon' see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baker. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I was still playing my post. Taking the rim like diesel. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave you. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you drowning away, you gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
What's world?
You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. 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 They're one West.
JT on the track.
Yeah. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my niggas,
Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me.
but that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding General, your
Yeah.
honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Good. All right, clap it up.
JT on the track.
The high. All right, you 12. All right, cool. Sign Christ. Clap it up. Clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shemal Athah B'Hashem Yahushua to the sisters. I'd like to welcome you to the Isupk Chicago Monday Night Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Mayad, and we're going to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood, in this truth, this is one thing that a lot of brothers, you come into the truth and you don't realize the seriousness of it. You don't realize the weight and the heaviness of brotherhood. You know what I mean? The cornerstone of truth. Well, Commanding General Yohana saved this, held on to this truth, rebuilt it. You know what I'm saying? From the ground up again. You know what I mean? He didn't let it go. Satan almost destroyed the truth out of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Through the lust of wicked men who wanted to be David reborn, who wanted to be a high priest such and such, an elder this, and you know what I mean, who wanted all these high, bishop that, and all these other high positions. You know, brothers who thought themselves more than what they really were, attempted to destroy the truth. And if it would have succeeded, we would have a watered down, Christianized, fake Israelite version of the truth running around on the earth. And it wouldn't even be worth the paper that it's written on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be worth coming into the truth. Yeah, get to know you're an Israelite. Okay, learn that truth. But then the organizations that would have been here for you to join into, to learn of your identity, to try to clean yourself up in, would all be filthy. How can you clean yourself up in filth? The answer is you can't. You know what I mean? In all of these other groups and organizations, the one thing that the ISUPK has in abundance that they do not have is brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Look at the groups. Let's go to the purple cats. You know what I'm saying? They want to act like they us. You know, get me right, Nataza, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Could never be.
Could never be. They want to wear Letterman jackets. They want fake bombers. They got fake rank up in there calling themselves captains and all this bishop generals, which is a oxymoron. How can you be a bishop and a general? You know, a general bishop. That is just nonsense. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. They even starting to use our slogans. You know, they talking about they not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group.
Oh my God.
You know, we've been doing that since I don't know how long.
Since 1969.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You look at that group and you'll go in there and it's got a ton of beautiful sisters up in there. A ton of sisters up in there. So you'll go and look and be like, oh my God, there's so many of them. They march 600, 700, 800 deep. And there's all these beautiful sisters in the street. And then you'll go in there and end up getting pistol whipped. You know what I'm saying? By one of your brothers in there. You'll go in there, and if you're a sister, they're going to pass you around like a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? If you're a brother and you got a rib, they're going to maneuver your rib up from under you and give her to another man and get rid of you and let her stay. These are things that have happened. These are reports coming out of that so-called camp. You know what I mean? It's not a camp, it's a church. These are the things coming out of that church. They're taking your money, charging double tithes. You're paying $2,500 for a purple t-shirt with tassels on the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of lascivious activity going on in there, and they do not give a damn about you. Go ahead.
And you might even get murdered.
And you might even lose your life in that organization. They're gonna send you off over to Africa somewhere because their leader has a lust for money and a lust for other physical fleshly things that he can't do here in America, but he can do in abundance in Africa. And he's sending you over to Africa for you to go and try to tell the goddamn Hamites that they're Israelites. You're going over into Africa trying to raise up the Israelites in Africa. Brother, I'm going to tell you, it ain't that many of us in Africa where it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got a brother in South Africa. He's a Judite. His parents moved to Africa years ago, and they've been there, and he grew up over there, but we know that he's black. He's not treated like the rest of the Africans. They don't treat him like one of them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you going over there and they gonna throw rocks at you, they gonna tear gas you, and they gonna try to eat you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get you killed, get you unalived in a horrible fashion. Because they don't have brotherhood in that organization. They have lust. They have different lusts. Then you got another group over here who ain't been around in a while. They were trying to sleep with your 12-year-old daughter. As soon as she gains her flower, they trying to marry her. You know what I mean? Oh, she got her flower. As soon as she get her flower, you can lay with her. Yeah, now some women get their flowers early as 9 years old, 10 years old. You mean you gonna be a grown man trying to lay with a child, and then convince the brother that you're gonna marry his daughter? You know what I mean? Because you're a pedophile, because you're a pervert. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then they have a doctrine that it's okay to grape women. You know what I mean? You lay hold on them. That's a lack of brotherhood. Brotherhood is hand in hand with sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? They have no brotherhood between themselves because them brothers argue over each other. They talk over each other when they're in camp. They have no unity. They have no organization, and they're going to try to sleep with your little daughter. Yeah, I mean, you got another group over here where the brother is known for sleeping with men's wives. You come into his group and he's gonna lay with your wife because he's the big powerful leader of the group, and behind your back, because women love powerful men, he's gonna position himself to put your wife in position. But he big such and such, he's such and such, he's all this scriptural knowledge, and he can break down scripture so well, and he's trying to sleep with your wife. Another group over here, the brothers over here getting pegged. You know what I mean? And them brothers is committing suicide, turning on each other left and right, on the internet, bringing receipts for the lasciviousness of their so-called leader, whose back they supposed to have. They're supposed to be their brother. And you up here exposing what the man does in his bedroom. Now keep in mind though, that's the Lord. But these brothers are now exposing each other. Oh, he getting pegged. Oh, he got this LGBTQ friend who he spends the night at his house all the time and goes out of town with. Oh, this brother over here beats women, and here are the receipts for all of this. No brotherhood, no unity, no real love. You know what I mean? That's what you're going into. I know we seem hardcore up in here because we are. Brothers up in here have come out of life up from the streets. Brothers up in here have stopped gangbanging. Brothers up here have stopped selling and using drugs. Brothers up in here be fresh out of prison and have changed their life over. When you meet these brothers, you'll never know that they did a 10, 15, 20-year bid because they're different men. You know what I'm saying? Brothers have stopped killing, stopped doing all types of sorts of evil to come and raise up wholeheartedly, change their lives and raise up their people because they love their people. Right. And they come up in here and they experience the brotherhood. And the brotherhood is what shifts their spirit. The brotherhood is what takes a brother who walks out in the street looking like a demon to becoming a new creature and a new man, and his own family doesn't even recognize him. His enemies don't recognize, his enemies respect him now. They respected him out of fear. Now they respect him as a man. Because he's coming to a place that is built on being a brother to your brother, showing brotherhood to one another, being there for one another, having each other's back on a level that some street loyalty could never, ever match.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what the ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana is about. That's what this is built upon, because that sense of brotherhood is what's going to build up our nation. You know what I mean? And it's what Christ demanded from us. If you could, Baba Kashah. Let me see. Get me. Where am I? What I want to start? So many churches. All right, let's start at give me Mark chapter 12 and verse 31. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the Brotherhood, Commanding General Yohana has built the UPK on brotherhood. In his time at the top, in his role of leader, his time of leading the nation, he has made sure that this nation is built on brotherhood. And the reason is because Commanding General Yohana is one hell of a brother himself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He had brotherhood for people that didn't have brotherhood for him. He got betrayed left and right. You know what I'm saying? He got betrayed by brothers. He got thrown under the bus. And to this day, he's forgiven them brothers. He got left by brothers who he thought was loyal to him. And he's offered for those brothers to come back. Of course, they don't come back, because then they got to stop following their lust. They won't be high priest such and such. They won't be bishop such and such. They won't be general so and so. All these titles and names that they've elder such and such. You know what I'm saying? All these titles and names that they've given to themselves and honor that they've thrown onto themselves, they won't have that anymore. They'd have to come back in here and get a proper rank and be underneath men who never left the truth. And they would have to admit to themselves that they left the truth. And they don't want to do that, because they're trying to say, oh, I'm in the truth. I know the truth. I'm in the truth too. No, you're not. You're not. And I'm going to pull the scripture to show that you're not. But Commanding General Yohana followed the order. He followed the order that was given to him by High Priest Ariah and the 7 heads and the brothers that were over him. And then he also followed the order that was given down by Christ.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you could read that scripture.
Count out of one come. Mm-hmm. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 31. Mm-hmm. And the second is like, namely this.
Wait, go up to verse 30. What was it start at 30?
Come. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
28.
Come.
My bad.
Verse 28. And one of the scribes came, having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he had answered them well.
Now see, some people came up and they were asking Christ questions, trying to trip him up. Everybody was trying to cut Christ, but Christ cut everybody to shreds. He came up and asked Christ a question. Christ answered this question to T. And that's what he said. Now this scribe comes up and see them reasoning with each other. Instead of fighting, they're reasoning with each other. Now he wants to come and try to break this up. Go ahead.
Come. Asked him, which is the first commandment of all? 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
That's it. That is the first commandment. He's trying to trip Christ up. You can't trip Christ up. Keep going.
Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength.
Now, if you don't love this truth, you don't love the Lord. You know what I mean? You have to love the Lord with everything about you to be in this truth 10 toes down. You have to really believe that the Lord is real. You know what I mean? You can't half-ass it. You can't, there ain't no tiptoeing around it. Ain't no, well, I'm going to come in and maybe I get the feeling. No, you have to know this. Because if you know that the Lord is real, you're going to come in here and do your best to be the best brother that you can be to your brothers. You're going to be the best brother you can be to your sisters. And you're going to work hard and dedicate yourself and sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed. Sacrifice every goddamn thing to make sure that this truth grows and that our nation can grow, come together, and prosper. So we can raise our people up out the dust. This ain't playtime. This ain't no place where you can come in front. You have to be 100% genuine up in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Come. This is the first commandment. 31. And the second is like, namely this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Now, it's plenty of scriptures to break down, but just for time's sake, the neighbor that he's talking about is a fellow Israelite.
Right.
He's not talking about when you go and move in the suburbs out of your element, away from your people, and you're standing next to Biff and Buffy. You know what I mean? Israel lived near Israel. Majority of our people, majority of black people live next to black people. Hell, majority of black people live next to Hispanics.
Right.
Because right next to the ghetto is, guess what? The barrio. You know what I'm saying? You go in a Hispanic neighborhood, when you walk outside, who do you see? Hispanic people. Left and right. You throw a rock, you're going to hit a Hispanic person in the head.
Right.
You in the ghetto, you in a black neighborhood. You throw a rock, you going to hit a brother in the head. You're going to hit a black person in the head. So in this sense, it's talking about the people that look like you, your brother. You are to love your brother. Read.
There is none other commandment greater than these.
There's no other commandment greater than them. To love the Lord thy God with all of your heart, your strength, your soul, every ounce of your being, and to love your brother like you love yourself. There's no other commandments that are greater than that. And Commanding General Yohana understood this and brought this truth out of the dust where Satan tried to put it and held on to it and held it up and built it and rebuilt it on brotherhood. When he got a chance to guide the truth into the new direction for the new era that was coming, he built it on brotherhood. He understood this scripture. He understood that the greatest thing a man can do is be a brother to another brother. If you could drop that and give me Luke chapter 6, verse 31.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing. I'm going to let the scripture speak. You know what I'm saying? You got it?
Come.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that men should do to you.
If you, as you would, that someone should do to you, go ahead.
Do ye also them likewise.
So you got to do onto your brother. If you want your brother to treat you a certain way, you got to treat that brother a certain way. How you want to be done onto you, that's what you need to do for a brother. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Come. Verse 32. For if ye love them which love you, what thank have ye?
Right. What reward is it for you to just love the people that love you? But that's another breakdown. Basically, if you want to be shown brotherhood, you have to show the next man brotherhood. That's the understanding of Luke 6 and 31. If you want brotherhood, you have to show brotherhood to get brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? You want loyalty, you want respect, you want honor, you want brotherhood. Well, you have to show these things. You just can't come up and say, man, I'm here, you owe me. I don't owe you. No one owes you a goddamn thing in this world. You know what I'm saying? You owe the Lord. No one owes you. You owe the Lord your brotherhood. You owe the Lord your loyalty, your time, your effort. You know what I'm saying? To become a better person and a better man and a better woman than you were when you were running around in the streets, not knowing who the hell you were. Black people don't know who they are. You have no idea. Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans have no idea of who they really are. You're lost in the world following the white man's rules. Now, the white man got us calling each other bro, and the white man call you brother like Hulk Hogan all the damn time. You know what I mean? And all that. And they don't have no brotherhood towards you. None at all. It don't matter how you try to dress yourself up. It don't matter how much money you make. It don't matter how close you get to them. It don't matter if you live in their neighborhood. It don't matter if you sleep with a nasty dog woman. None of that matters. They don't have any love, loyalty, but they do for each other. You see how the police treat a white person gets pulled over. They can yell and scream at the cop. They can hop in and out their car. They can rip up the ticket. They can curse them. Their mother call them all types of names. Hell, they can hop out the car with a gun. And the cop is going to do his best to make sure that he gets home and that random Edomite gets home. Or to try to de-escalate the situation. Or to try to, somehow resolve it without taking their life. Because they have brotherhood for each other. They got love for each other. They pull you over, you can be a business executive just coming from a meeting about their neighborhood and giving them all types of tax breaks and giving them all types of, cuts, breaks and cuts and stuff that's going to put another $100,000 in his pocket. And he will pull your black behind over. And the moment you question him, he's going to fill you full of holes. The moment he thinks that you think you're better than him, or he just might be having a bad day. He doesn't care. He sees you, your black or your brown face, and he's going to unalive you. And when I say black or brown, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because guess what? When he pulls an East Indian over, when the last time you heard of an East Indian getting his brains beat out or blown out by a cop?
Right.
When the last time you heard of an African? If they do it to an African, it's because they thought the African was a nigga. When is the last time, who else is brown? A Cambodian. You know what I mean? When the last time you heard of a Chinese person getting assaulted by the cops? Chinese people can't drive worth, Asian people can't drive worth a damn. But do they get pulled out of their vehicle? Go ahead.
Sir, it's heavy what you're bringing out because even with everything that's happening with terrorism and stuff like that, you still don't hear about no Arabs getting pulled out their car.
Thank you. Yeah, right. When the last time you heard of an Arab getting pulled out his car and getting his brains beat in and blown out by a cop? And they have guns. They be having drugs. I'm telling you, Habib at the store, he got a line on the cigarettes, the tax-free cigarettes. He got a line on the drugs. He got a line on the boosted items, the bootleg liquor. He got a line on everything. You go to the back of the bodega, you go in the back of the damn corner store, and you're going to find a thief's fortune back there. You can get anything from them. Not touched, though. Like Natasha Yob said, that's a heavy point. With all the terrorism, the war with the Middle East, you know what I'm saying? The Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, the Hamas and the all of this stuff going on, and they walk around here scot-free. You're not at war with this country. You're not bringing drugs over into this country. You're not doing any of the things that these other races are doing, but yet and still, you're the number one enemy because you want to be loved by these people and you don't want to love your brother. You don't want to love your brother. You don't want to love someone that looks like you. Sisters, you don't want to love that man that looks like you. You'll give more love to an Edomite man, to an East Indian man, to an Asian man, than you would to the man that is suffering right next to you in the ghetto, right next to you in the barrio, right next to you on the reservation. Same thing with the brothers. You don't want that sister. You want to go and do like Shannon Sharp and chase after Becky. Becky with the quote-unquote good hair. Ain't nothing good about that stringy dog hair. You know what good hair is? Good hair is naturally strong hair that absorbs from the sun. You know what I'm saying? That nice, thick hair of wool like Christ. And you look at our Hispanic brothers. Yeah, they got the long hair, but their hair is healthier. Their hair is fuller. It's full of life. Do you know what I'm saying? You want the people that smell like dogs when they get wet. That smell like raw meat. They got cold skin. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want because you think that they're better than you. And that's why you want to try to, when a person say that they're bettering themselves, they really mean they're trying to whitewash themselves. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the people suffering next to you. You don't want to be in the ghetto. You don't want to be in the barrio. You don't want to be on the reservation. You would rather get the hell away from these niggas. You know what I'm saying? You want to lay with their woman. When the Lord tells you don't sleep with a woman of another nation. You know what I mean? All the things that you see going on in the media with our brothers and sisters is them being oppressed and trying to live white culture. Gangbanging is white culture.
Right.
Prostitution is white culture. Stripping is white culture. Christian pastor, Christian preachers, that's white culture. Muslim imams, guess what? Muhammad was a white man. So if you're trying to be a Muslim, you're actually in a dusty white man's religion. Everything you do, you name it. Everything you're doing is white culture. And you remix it to try to be black culture. But you don't want to be black. You don't want to talk with the slang, our natural way of talking. Rhythmatic way of talking, metaphoric way of talking. We naturally describe things in vivid pictorial manner. You know what I'm saying? We naturally associate this with this to describe it. Going to the crib. I need to get some bread. Man, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we talk. It's natural to us. We understand it. That's why we could go into this Bible and understand that this is a black man's book, written by black people for black people to uplift each other. And the cornerstone of what our kingdom is supposed to be built off of is what this class is. It is brotherhood. Brotherhood is a selfless thing. You cannot show true brotherhood and be selfish. It's absolutely impossible. It's foolish to try to do. Go ahead.
If I may, sir. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so heavy what you're bringing out, and I can't help but believe our audience that we're trying to reach, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they don't really understand what you're saying. It's like you speaking in the Christian term of tongues.
Right.
Because their brotherhood is defined by Caucasian, you know, by Isupk, you know, and them trying to assimilate and everything that we do in this country is what that looks like to them.
Exactly.
I'm gonna, you know, steal, connive, and kill and cheat my brother to advance for the people that mean something to me. But that's not what Israelite brotherhood is.
No, it's not.
That's not what the brotherhood in the ISUPK is. And unfortunately, the truth is you will never know what brotherhood really is until you come into the ISUPK.
That's right.
That's the truth.
That's right.
I had to come and learn and relearn. I had to unlearn and relearn and open my mind to what really brotherhood was. And through the teachings of the ISPK, through the experiences, what I've seen in the school, from especially Commander General Hana on down, you know, there's nothing like it. You don't get that in your Christian church.
You don't. Listen, you know what you get in your Christian church? You get your pastor trying to sleep with your woman. You get your pastor trying to sleep with your kids nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You get the ushers, the altar boys, they sleeping with your woman. They trying to sleep with your daughters. Hell, nowadays, then the choir members is trying to sleep with your sons. You go to, because you want, so, okay, you're not going to go to Christianity. You already know what Catholicism is. Your children are just going to be scarred for life. You might as well just bang their head against a wall every day and beat them senseless, because they're going to be completely scarred for the rest of their life if you go into Catholicism. So then you think you're going to find some respite in Islam. Well, listen, Islam is the exact same. They're going to try to marry your 8-year-old daughter. Okay? That's what they're doing over in the Middle East. You see it all the time. They're marrying young girls. Hey, Muhammad, the prophet of prophets of Islam, married an underage girl. He was a pedophile. I don't care if a Muslim get mad or not. That's what it is. You cannot marry an 8 or 9 or 10 or 11-year-old girl, period. You're a pedophile if you do that. Muhammad married a young girl, 10, 11, 9, something like that. So if you're a pedophile today for doing that, guess what you are back then? You're still the same. You cannot, listen, man, the only hope that we have is the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. That's it, man. We say it time and time again. We try to teach you these things time and time and time again so that you can understand it for yourself. But you have to be willing to come into this truth to see it. You have to take a chance. Take a chance and come to class. Ask some questions. See how we interact with each other. See how we move around with each, you know what I'm saying, and treat each other. We don't abuse each other. We don't abuse our wives. We don't abuse our children. We have rules. We have discipline. We have order in here. The scriptures say, let everything be done decently and in order, and that's what we do. If you could, Baba Kashab, go ahead.
If I may, sir. Specifically on the topic of, your Islamic religions, Arabs, because it's an Arab religion.
Yep.
They're actually bringing back into modern customs underage marriages. I got it right here.
Oh, please do.
It says in 2024 that Iraqi Parliament passed amendments to its personal status law, allowing Islamic courts to oversee family matters, including marriage. This change effectively lowers the legal marriage age to as young as 9.
Told you.
Under the Jafari, Jafari, School of Islamic Law. While conservatives argue this aligns with Islamic principles, human rights activists express concern of potential harm to girls' rights and well-being.
And why do you think they lowered it down to that age? Because that's the age that Muhammad, their prophet of prophets, the one who's supposed to be the last prophet, he's supposed to be the one who replaced Christ, was married to a 9-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? But this is where you want to go. You don't want to come into the truth. You don't want to be a part of the brotherhood because you want to go somewhere where you can fulfill your lust. Go ahead.
Slaka, I want to ask the obvious question. Is Little Dirk okay with marrying his 9-year-old daughter to one of these 60-year-old Arab guys?
Hey, look, if he's a true Muslim, you know what I'm saying? If he's a real one, but they'll say, oh man, that's this faction of Islam, brother. That's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because they got Orthodox, they got Sunni, they got the Nation of Islam, they got Safari, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They got all these different so-called factions because guess what? They don't even get along with each other. They don't agree with each other. They got the same goddamn book and do not agree with each other on what the book says. But they want to look at the Isupk because we follow the Bible. And then you got all these other Israelite groups that don't. And they talking about, oh, y'all camp banging. Ain't no game banging going on up in here. We're trying to show these brothers brotherhood. We're telling those brothers, listen, brothers, you all are wrong. Y'all are getting it wrong. You're displeasing. The Most High is not pleased with what you're doing. And you're going to get yourselves destroyed. You're going to get your group disbanded. Somebody's going to die. You know what I mean? These are the things that we're telling them. The Lord is going to destroy your group. So the best thing for you to do is to follow the scriptures and become one body.
Right.
Come into the UPK where we got it right. We have it right up in here. We follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We have a leadership structure that is dead serious about what we're doing. This is built on brotherhood and loving one another. You know what I'm saying? Come into the place that Christ approves of, that God is with. Why do you think we haven't lost a debate? Why do you think that everybody comes up against us and gets the brakes beat off of them? Not physically, verbally, but it would physically too.
It could happen.
It could happen. It has happened. You don't think that cats have tried to attack? I've seen footage of camps, these fake Israelite groups getting attacked, and it's pitiful. It's pitiful. They get beat up. They run away from each other. Saw one dude got stabbed, and his brother jumped and ran down the street and then came back after the cat poked him. And ask him if he's okay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have any love for each other. Y'all have no care for each other. You don't even defend each other. Because you know why? You're selfish. All of you are selfish. Outside of the ISUPK, every single goddamn person is selfish. You don't want to give up your creature comforts. You don't want to give up your weed. You don't want to give up your cocaine. You don't want to give up your drug money. You don't want to give up whoring. You don't want to give up, oh, well, if I'm not satisfied with this man or this woman, I can go and be with this man or this woman. You don't want to give up sleeping around. You don't want to give up your money. You don't want to give up your cars, your luxurious lifestyle, your title in the earth, your little position that you gained inside of Esau's satanic kingdom. You don't want to give none of that up for your brothers, to help build your brothers up, to help stop these police shootings, to help stop sisters from going and being molested and turning into strippers and prostitutes later on in life. Brothers getting molested and turning into gangbangers and killers and rapists and murderers. You don't want to help your nation. You don't want to help your people. Only thing you care about is feeding your own goddamn nasty, filthy, disgusting mouth and filling your belly. You don't want to fill the belly of your brothers and sisters. You'll let them starve. You don't care. You're selfish. This is not the place to come in and be selfish. If you could, do I have you holding the scripture?
Nah, sir.
All right, if you could, drop that and give me John chapter 15, and I believe I'm looking for verse 14. John 15 and 14.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? This is how unselfish you have to be up in here. You know what I mean? Let me get there with you. No, 15 and 13.
Come. Mm-hmm. I got it, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13.
Start at 12.
Verse 12. This is my commandment.
What letter, what color are these words in? Okay, well, they're in red. I'm sorry. Yeah. These are red letters. So that means this is Christ speaking. This is Christ telling you this is his commandment. Keep going.
That ye love one another. As I have loved you.
He's saying love one another as he loved us. You know how much Christ loved us? That he sacrificed his life for us. An innocent man that all he tried to do was wake his people up, stop the conflict, stop the fighting, get our people to unite and get along together and stop chasing after Roman society. Christ was a hell of a brother, the ultimate brother. healed people. He even healed heathens. He even healed people to the point where people think that because Christ healed the one lady's daughter and said, because you have said this, your daughter's healed. You know what I'm saying? That they think that everybody is just a part of this. Christ was such a great man, they think everybody can be a spiritual Israelite and that salvation, because he gave a little mercy to somebody. Now they think salvation is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Christ was the ultimate brother, especially to his people. And he's saying, love each other as I've loved you. Christ would have given you the shirt off of his back. Christ would step in front of a bullet for you. Christ stepped in front of a bullet for you because the Lord was sick and tired of us and ready to do away with us ever since we were in the wilderness with Moses. The Lord told Moses, man, look at your people. Look at your brothers and sisters. I'm about to kill them all and then raise my people up out of you. But Moses was selfless. He wasn't selfish. We could have been the Mosites or the Mosesites, not the Israelites. But Moses said, no, Lord, please don't kill my brothers and sisters. Don't kill my people. Let me take your orders and your commandments down, Lord, and give them a chance to get it right. Selfless. If he was selfish, he'd have been like, yeah, Lord, they are down there messing up. They partying and shit. They got golden calf. They having orgies. They run around sleeping. Look, he over there sleeping with dude white. Oh, he over there sleeping with dude. That's the stuff that was going on while Moses was up in the mountain getting the commandments. You were down there at the bottom of the mountain partying, doing the things that you learned in Egypt. And Moses, being the brother that he was, asked the Lord not to destroy us, and the Lord did not destroy us, and we are still the nation of Israel unto this day. Right. Then the Lord, in his infinite mercy and love for us, sent his only begotten son, his firstborn, his greatest creation, to come and walk amongst you. And Christ said, Lord, don't make me like the angels. I want to live in every way like my brothers. So he was born from a man and a woman. He came out of a woman's womb. Father and mother, flesh and blood, just like us. He had every advantage and disadvantage that we have. He was born and lived in every way. He had to eat. He had to poop. He had to pee. He fell down and scraped his arm as a kid. He cried. He bled. He loved his mom. He drank from his mother's milk. Everything that we did, he did. Every way that we are, he was. And it's in the scriptures. For everybody that wanted, oh, he didn't have a father. Yes, he did. He said he wanted to be made just like his brothers in every way. Not like unto the glory of the angels. He wanted to be made like his brother so he could be like us in every single way. No special advantages. The advantage that he had is that he followed the Lord from the day that he was born. He did not sin. He followed the law, statutes, and commandments. He learned the law, statutes, and commandments back and forth to the point when he was at the age of 13, he was in the temple debating the religious leaders and the scholars of the day. Because he studied to show himself approved from the time he was a child. And he loved his people so much that he gave that life that he had, that he held precious. Because we hold our lives precious. None of us want to die. Christ didn't want to die. He asked, Lord, if you could take this cup, if it's your will, take this cup from me. Inside of the cup, that cup contained death. But he didn't use the advantages that he had, because he could have called a legion of angels down to wipe away Rome. It'd have been nothing. When the centurions came for him, do you think that angels were not surrounding Christ in the fourth dimension? Unbeknownst to these people that were laying their hands on him. And all he had to do was say, come forth. Defend me. And you don't think a legion of angels would have appeared behind him? And whoever came near him would have been melted or ripped to shreds. But he didn't do that. He took that false accusation. He took those trumped up charges on the chin like a man and went and was beaten to within an inch of his life, tortured, severely beaten, scourged, as they called it in the Bible, scourged, and then paraded in the street, made to carry a heavy goddamn cross all the way down the street with people hitting them with raw fruit, spoiled vegetables, rotten fruit, spitting on them, mocking them. He took all of that and marched and carried that cross all the way up on Mount Calvary, where they took him, and then laid it down. And the same cross that he just carried, he was nailed to by his hands and feet. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, being in the world, especially in America, we tend not to respect anything unless it so-called has status and power and value. And I don't think, our audience is really understanding who Yahweh, so-called Jesus Christ, was. The Christian church teaches them he was just this little bum beggar, wearing sandals and a robe.
Right.
No, this man was the most powerful man on the planet.
Yep.
Famous.
Yep.
Powerful, doing miracles in the sights of thousands.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Had men at the ready, had angels at the ready, had everything you could, talented, skillful, everything. Orator, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. And this man, a rock star on the planet, gave his life.
Yep.
No question.
None.
But somehow we think that, we're more important than that. We won't really do that. We do it all. My kids need me to lay down. All right, I might do that. My wife, I might do that.
Maybe.
But that's as far as that goes.
Man.
No, this man laid down his life for all of us.
Yep. And here's the thing. A man without sin laid down his life for a bunch of sinners, and not even just a bunch of sinners, but even a bunch of sinners that turned their backs on him. You know what I mean? You wouldn't do that. None of you would do that. You got brothers that call themselves being in the truth, that lead the truth and abandon their brothers, and then want to turn around and come against the truth. You got brothers talking out, typing in questions to General Muhammad's class last week, talking about how they couldn't get a counsel. They all online talking about they couldn't get a counsel. You waited for counsel for 3 years. You didn't want it. I had an art with a brother. I asked for counsel, and then next thing I know, the counsel's there. I didn't wait no 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I got the counsel the next week. Brothers are selfish. Don't come up in here being selfish. I just described to you what our King did for us. And if Christ was a selfish brother, he would not have died on that cross. Satan took him up to the mountains and tempted him. He had to battle Satan and battle that temptation to be selfish. Satan showed him all the kingdoms of earth and said, I rule over all of this and I'll give it to you. You don't think Christ saw America in all of its shining glory? And Satan said, I'll give that to you. That's mine. So if he looked at all the kingdoms of the earth and offered them to Christ, what the hell do you think you're living in? You're living in a satanic kingdom that is built on selfishness. Number one rule in the game is self-reliance. You can only depend on yourself. You can't trust nobody. Born alone, die alone. YOLO, you only live once. All the bullcrap that this world teaches you. And you don't realize that you're living in a selfish, satanic society. Turn on the news. Just saw a thing, a brother had a restaurant down in Atlanta. Prominent restaurant for black people. He on there talking about, you can't have nothing. I regret opening. I'm thinking he gonna close it up. Because brothers got in there fighting and shooting in the restaurant. This brother is going around his restaurant that he worked hard to build and try to do something for black people, and there's blood on the floor and blood on the window and blood on the walls. Turn on another video. I see a restaurant full of black people, and there's this one big burly brother in there who's obviously security, and he's punching everything in sight. Women, and it's a bunch of women. And he's slamming them and punching them and don't give a damn about them. And they don't give a damn about him because they punching on him and trying to jump on him too. You don't see that you live in a kingdom designed to destroy you. And all that selfish me, I behavior, you're so busy trying to concentrate on your fake ass happiness that you're destroying yourself and everybody around you, and you won't help nobody. You won't even help your goddamn self. You don't want to listen to the men that the Lord have sent here to teach you and guide you.
Right.
You don't want to listen to us. But you'll listen to that thought down the street that tell you to leave your man so y'all can go out clubbing so you can be a whore just like her. You listen to that idiot across the street that tells you to come out and sell drugs with him and join a gang with him and put your life on the line and end up unalive and being on some YouTube video where they talking about how you was this killer and that and the third and blah, 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 and how you died. Now you hood famous. So what? You're dead. And you contributed nothing to society. And the society I'm talking about is our society, Black, Hispanic, and Native American society. You have done nothing to help your people. You have done nothing to build your people. You have contributed absolutely nothing. All you think about is yourself and your happiness. I gave up my happiness a long time ago. A long time ago, Nataziyab. Nataziyab gave up his personal happiness so that we could build our people up and bring them up out of the dust. So we could build our nation so that we no longer have to die in the streets. So we no longer have to strip. So we no longer have to fill up the prison. So we no longer have to be the number one in every horrible statistic America has to offer. Number one in drugs, number one in disease, number one in the prison, number one in death, number one in hate, number one in can't get together and unify, number one in betrayal, the number one disloyal people on the goddamn planet to each other, but you're loyal to everybody else. Go ahead.
It sounds like they rather have the freedom to choose themselves rather than do what's right and choose your brother. That's what it sounds like to me.
And that is exactly what it is. You choosing yourself over your brother. If you could, Baba Kashar, read verse 13 again.
Come. This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love.
There is no greater love. This is Christ talking. Keep going.
Hath no man than this.
No man has greater love than this. The truth is a selfless environment. Brotherhood is selfless. And this is Christ, the ultimate brother, who lived, suffered, and died for you, so that the Lord wouldn't destroy your black ass off the planet. Read.
That a man lay down his life.
Do what?
Lay down his life.
For who?
For his friends.
For who?
For his friends.
For his friends, a.k.a. your brothers.
Right.
No love. I don't care how much you love that stinking behind woman that you with. I don't care how much you love them badass kids that you got. I don't care how much you love that horrible mother of yours, or that deadbeat dad of yours, or even if you got the greatest mother, the greatest father, the best wife, and the best kids. I don't give a damn how much you love them. You can't love them. You can't love your dog. You can't love your possessions, your car, your jewelry, your plants. You can't love breathing the air more than this, which is laying down your life for your brothers. That is the greatest love. Nothing else that you do compares to that. And to lay down your life for your brother, to sacrifice your life for your brother, is to be a selfless individual. Because a selfish nigga is not going to die for anybody, especially not the man next to him. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. They haven't finished their bucket list, though.
Oh, yeah.
They got a career, sir, that they still trying to make advances in, sir.
Right. Oh, yeah. They still want to be a famous actor. They still want to be a famous rapper. They still want to be a model. They still want to be a Fortune 500 company running muck-a-muck. And you're going to fail at it all. You're going to fail. The Lord's not going to let you be the next Denzel Washington. Because you're going to leave the truth to do it. The Lord's not going to let you be the next Lil Wayne, the next Jay-Z, the next Kendrick Lamar, the next whoever the hell you want to say. Because you'll leave the truth to do it. The Lord is not going to let you be the next supermodel. You're not going to be the next Tyra Banks or whatever male model is out there, because you'll leave the truth to do it. And you'll turn your back on your brothers to do it. And you'll step on your brothers' backs, and you'll step on anybody to get there. And you think the Lord is with you? Everybody want to go and thank God when they get them the awards in Taziyah. They don't realize what God they're thinking. You're thinking the God of this world, which is Satan. You're not thanking the Most High Creator of all things. Because you've never one day in your life spent time living the way that He wanted you to live, sacrificing for the people around you. He might have done nice things for people. He might have opened a door for an old lady here or there. He might have loaned a brother a couple of dollars here or there. You might have been a nice son to your mom. But you ain't done nothing for the Lord, and you've done nothing for your nation. And then when the priests of the Lord come out and try to tell the world who we are, and try to tell our people to turn away from this world because the Lord is getting ready to destroy it, you got all types of names for us. You're such a good, great person, but you come against us at every corner. You call us Power Rangers. Yeah, we got a lot of power out, and our range goes very far.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about them, oh, y'all just a bunch of loud, uneducated niggas. We got scholars in here, homeboy. We got scholars in here. We got college graduates. We have professors. We have lawyers. We have doctors. We have people with the highest form of education. PhDs up in here. And you have the nerve to see them on the corner teaching our people and tell them to go get an education, go get a job. We have brothers in here that make 70, 80, 100,000, six-figure salaries, 80,000, 70,000, 50, 60, 100, 200,000 a year. And you got the nerve to tell those brothers to go get a job because they're trying to teach your funky behind and save your soul. Because they're trying to get you to realize that you're invested into something that's not invested in you and it's going to destroy you. But it's all about your happiness. I want to feel happy. You're a child. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. You know, they comfort themselves by saying the Most High knows their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But the scriptures say the Most High is going to know you by your works.
Yep. Well, how about this? The Most High, it does. Hold up. You got me going on something here. I'm glad you said that. One moment, Salakia. Because, yeah, the Most High does know your heart. And your heart is, give me Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9.
Come.
So listen, the Lord knows your heart. And this scripture tells you what the Lord knows about your heart. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9. The heart.
The who?
The heart.
The Lord knows my heart, brother. He knows what's in my heart. The Lord knows what's in my heart. You don't even know what the heart is. Go ahead.
Is deceitful.
Is what?
Is deceitful.
Yeah, the Lord knows your deceitful ass heart. Read.
Above all things.
Above all things. Your heart is the most deceitful thing. So the Lord knows your deceitful, lying, wicked heart. Keep going.
And desperately wicked.
And what?
And desperately wicked.
Your heart is desperately wicked. And the Lord knows that. You're right, brothers and sisters. The Lord does know your heart. And he's telling you right here that your heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Desperate to do the wrong things. Thirsty, hungry, quick. Can't wait to do what's wrong because your heart is wicked and you're selfish. Read.
Who can know it?
Who knows it? Keep going.
I, the Lord, search the heart.
The Lord knows your heart. You're right. Who can know it? The Lord knows it, brother. And he searches it. Read.
I try the reins. Even to give every man according to his ways. And according to the fruit of his doing.
So I don't want to hear it. Oh, the Lord knows my heart, brother. I know I'm out here selling drugs, but the Lord knows my heart. You can't judge me. The Lord knows my heart. Yeah, I'm out here stripping, but you can't judge me. The Lord knows my heart. I'm out here selling my body. I'm out here spreading diseases. I'm out here unaliving people. I'm out here betraying my brothers left and right. I'm out here leaving the truth and then coming up against the truth. But the Lord knows my heart. Yeah, he does. Go ahead.
I love my kids, but I'll smoke weed with them. I'll smoke weed in front of them.
But the Lord knows your heart.
I love them, sir.
Right. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Lord knows your heart. And the scriptures just told you the Lord searches your heart. And the Lord sees that your heart is desperately wicked and deceitful above all things. And the only way to save yourself and your family is to come into the truth, to come into the Isupk County Commander General Yana, to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. To stop being a sick, disgusting bastard and a piece of shit. Come into this truth. Stop being selfish. Sacrifice something for once in your whole goddamn life. You know what they will sacrifice though? They'll sacrifice to get that bag of weed. Oh man, they'll sacrifice for that. They'll sacrifice rent money. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, they gonna sacrifice that marriage too.
Oh yeah.
You know, if they love their husband, but they not happy, they gonna sleep with another man.
Oh yeah. They'll sacrifice. Yeah, you sacrifice your marriage for some cheap pleasure, for some future career that you think that you're gonna end up being happy. Oh, I'm about my career. I want my career. But black women, listen. Let me tell you something. Your career means absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Right.
It means nothing at all to the Most High. It really means nothing to that man. We don't give a damn about your career. We don't give a damn if you make $5 or $500,000. If you're a good woman and you love us and you loyal to us and you submissive to us and you follow us the way that you're supposed to follow us and let us lead how we're supposed to lead, we don't give a damn. Now, that don't mean don't go out and get a career.
Right.
That don't mean don't go out and make money and educate yourself, because Proverbs 31 and Proverbs 31, that perfect woman, that Proverbs woman, oh yeah, it says she buys a field. Merchants purchase from her. She makes money. She's a go-getter. Somebody coming to the door. She gets that bag. You know what I'm saying? And she brings it back home to her husband and her family. She sacrifices. She's not selfish. She gets up in the morning and even helps her handmaids to make breakfast and make dinner. She's not selfish. You cannot be in this truth and be selfish. You damn near shouldn't even be living on the planet and being selfish. If you Black, Hispanic, or Native American, it's time to let all of that go. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. Period, point blank. Like I said, you don't want to sacrifice your happiness, but you'll sacrifice that rent money to buy some weed. You'll sacrifice that your rent and your bill money to buy some hair, to go to a concert, to go see Beyonce. You'll sacrifice your whole paycheck, your rent money, your bill money, and the kids' food money, so you can buy a $1,500 ticket to go see Beyonce perform. You'll sacrifice that. You'll sacrifice your happy marriage and your husband and helping and letting your kids grow up in a 2-parent household because you learned that your man got another woman. You'll sacrifice that, and then you're going to go off and go get another man. What you're really finna go off and do is hop from ride to ride to ride to bed to bed to bed until some other sucker comes along and wants that used beat up box. I'm just speaking reality. This is what happens. Same with a brother. You got this nice, wholesome woman that's submissive to you, but she's not exciting enough. So you want to go online, go on dating apps, and go and find some whore and end up getting an STD and end up losing your life and possibly unaliving your mate who has been faithful to you and loyal to you because you want to chase whores because whores are exciting. You know what I'm saying? You're sacrificed to do all forms of evil. You're sacrificed to do all forms of lasciviousness. You're sacrificed to do the wrong thing real quick. But you won't sacrifice a moment of your misunderstood definition of the word happy so that you can raise your people, so that you can be a better brother, so that you can be a better sister, so that you can be a better husband, a better wife, a better father, a better mother, a better aunt or uncle or cousin. You won't sacrifice anything to better yourself and become a better person. You won't sacrifice anything for the right things, but you'll sacrifice everything for the wrong things. And you do it every day. Go ahead, Priest.
You know, these brothers, they gon' I hear this all the time. I used to be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to sacrifice my freedom to provide for my kids.
Yep.
You know, buy them some birthday gifts and Christmas presents. But I won't sacrifice those holidays, those pagan holidays. I won't sacrifice these pagan customs to serve the Most High and be in the good graces of the Most High who will provide for me.
Yep.
I won't do that, though.
No, you won't. Want to know why? Because you're selfish. Because they're selfish. Because the feeling of, I'll die for my kids. Like I said, I'll go to jail for my kids. And then you out there doing all this stuff so that you can come on their birthday and give them all the gifts in the world. So you can look like the big hero and you feel so inflated at that moment. When Christmas comes around, you can put all the gifts under the Christmas tree so you can be the big hero. You're so inflated at that. It's all about inflation. You don't give a damn about them damn kids. You care about receiving praise and accolades.
Right.
You don't care about your kids. Because if you cared about kids, then like you said, Priest, if they cared, they'd sacrifice them holidays. They sacrifice their birthday. They would teach their kid that birthdays and holidays are against the will of the Lord. And pretty much the only birthday that matters is the day that you were born. And after that, you know what I mean? You don't deserve another day until you earn every day. And then take that same money that you spending to be the hero for the moment and hero for the day and stack that up. Instead of getting presents on Christmas and birthdays, you can take that money and you can give them a gift on a Wednesday. Go ahead.
The best thing I could have ever done, which is a miracle, is pay my tithes.
There you go.
Paying my tithes has brought me so many blessings that I couldn't even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the world, you're not trying to part ways with no dollar now.
Never.
Not easily whatsoever. But paying that 10% has brought me so much more in abundance. And this is in the scriptures. The Most High said he's going to give us 100-fold.
Yep.
You got to come and find this.
Exactly. And if you could, give me, drop the scripture you got. Give me 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 17. So you got to understand, brotherhood is everything. Christ lived on the brotherhood. Christ lived by the brotherhood. All Christ had was his brothers. You know what I'm saying? The disciples, which was the generals, but Christ had hundreds and thousands of brothers with him. Christ had a school, just like Commander General Yohana has a school. Why do you think it said when he told the dark saying about blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh, that people didn't understand it and that thousands left him? You know what I'm saying? They left him. Right before he was to die at the last, what we call the Last Supper, he lost a ton of followers because they didn't understand the dark saying that he said about, that was a saying about being with them and being a part of them forever, not about cannibalism or something unlawful. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They think that came from Game of Thrones, sir.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, listen. At the end of the day, if you want to be a real brother, if you want to be a real sister, then you have to be willing to let it go. You have to be willing to sacrifice. You got to care about brotherhood. You got to care about sisterhood. Read what the scripture says.
You said 2 and 17, sir?
Yeah.
Come. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men.
Honor all men. Now, when it says honor all men, you have to understand what men that he is talking about. He's talking about the men of your nation, the men of Israel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, don't go out and take that as an excuse to disrespect men of other nations. Give everybody some type of respect, some decency. You know what I'm saying? Give men honor. You don't want to go out and be a dishonorable man. You don't want to go out to be somebody that doesn't give men some type of respect. Right. You know what I mean? Because then you're going to be in a fight every night. It's a time that we're not going to respect anybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in the, even brother, if you're not in the truth, when your Howard shot comes back and everything starts to go to hell, hey, listen, shalom. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be out for self. But right now, while we're in this kingdom, while we're in this captivity, you give honor to men, especially your brothers. Read.
Come. Love the brotherhood.
Do what?
Love the brotherhood.
You have to love this brotherhood. When it says love the brotherhood, it's not talking about any relationship that you have with anybody outside of your own people.
That's right.
That is the only brotherhood that you should concern yourself with. That is the only brotherhood that you should love. It says love the brotherhood. Read.
Come. Fear God.
And if you love the brotherhood, you're going to fear God. If you fear God, then you will not betray your brother. You will not turn your back on your brother. You will not do anything unseemly to your brother's children, to your brother's wife. If you love your brother, if you fear God, you're going to love your brother as you love yourself, because that is what God commanded you to do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're not going to sleep with his wife because God said don't commit adultery. You're not going to go and lay with the women of another nation and weaken your bloodline and weaken your nation and take your inheritance out of your nation and over to theirs, because God told us not to do that.
Right.
If you love this brotherhood and fear God, you're going to stick to your own kind. You're going to help raise your nation. You're going to help raise your people. You're not going to do the things that the Lord told you not to do. And we read earlier what Christ said, the two greatest commandments of them all is to know that God is God, and that's it. There's one God, and to fear him with all your heart, soul, might, and strength, and to treat your brother and love your brother like you love yourself.
That's right.
Read.
Come on. Honor the king.
Do what?
Honor the king.
And the king that he is talking about is Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Right.
That is the king, not Donald Trump, not the king in this land, not the so-called white man, but our king, Yahweh Shai, the king of the niggas, who was sent down here by the God of the niggas to rule over us. The king of the niggas is the son of the God of the niggas. The nigga king is the son of the nigga God. And that's who you are to honor and respect and follow. So when Christ says something in these scriptures, you're supposed to do that. Christ said, go to he and he alone if you got a problem with a brother. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go online and address your issue in a public forum and then get mad when you get rebuked back in a public forum. You address it in public, it's gonna get addressed in public. You already broke. You didn't go to he and he alone. I don't care if it's a group chat. If I got a group chat, we got a group chat, I can't address a problem I got with Mariah Yala in the group chat. How is that going to he and he alone? Because now I'm going to put him on blast in front of all the brothers that's in our group chat. That's being selfish. That's being slick. That's being wicked. Because you're trying to embarrass your brother and make yourself seem like something that you're not, which is some type of holy, pious ass man. And that's what you're not. Because you're not going to your brother by yourself. You don't address your brother, a problem you have with a brother in a public forum, and then turn around and get mad when it's addressed back in a public forum. What do you expect, dummy? You know what I'm saying? Right. And then what you'll be mad at the brother about is something sideways that didn't have nothing to do with you, and you're being selfish. Your selfishness will destroy you right out of this truth, right out of the kingdom and off the earth. Because you're disobeying God when you're being selfish. Being selfish will have you unaliving your brother. Being selfish will have you watch your brother starve while you eat. Watch your brother die. King David was selfish. Excuse me. When he saw Bathsheba and how bad she was, King David decided to be selfish. Go ahead, Mariah.
Good, so just speaking of some heavy, but I was just watching Solomon and Sheba. So you just answered my question because I wasn't for sure. So they had Holly Berry playing Queen Sheba, and they had some dude that got, I don't know if he's a white guy, Rick Smits, they got Jimmy Smits playing King David and King Solomon. And they said that King David seduced Queen Sheba. I wasn't sure about that.
Well, no, okay, so Bathsheba is different than Queen Sheba.
Queen Sheba, right?
Sheba was the queen of Ethiopia.
Right.
And when she requested a counsel with Solomon.
Right, yeah.
Solomon sent this guards, and she thought the guards was kings.
Right.
She thought his shamar were kings. That's how rich they were. They walked in there looking like kings.
Right.
But they was shamar. They was coming to check the scene out. Then when she met Solomon, she said, I want to ask you something, and da-da-da-da. He said, listen, I'll answer anything, I'll do whatever you ask, as long as it's within the realms of righteousness. So they're trying to say that she seduced him or he seduced her, but Solomon actually told her that I'll fulfill whatever, I'll fulfill you wish this information. I'll answer your questions, fulfill your wish, but it has to be all righteous. It's unrighteous to sleep with a woman outside of Israel, outside of our nation. So they try to say that Solomon and Sheba have a relationship. That's how the Ethiopians are trying to claim that they're a part of Israel, and they're not. Now, Bathsheba with David, that's a different sister.
Right, yes.
You know what I mean? He saw her out bathing in the moonlight at the court or whatever, and this is a bad sister. And he wanted her. He called her to his chambers. He tore a fire, which was committing adultery because she was a married woman.
Right.
He tore a fire, and she ended up getting pregnant. And when she got pregnant, David tried to trick her husband. He was on the battlefield. He was one of David's best soldiers. Right. This brother was on the battlefield fighting the Philistines. And David tried to, when he got her pregnant, he tried to call him off the battlefield and give him leave so that he could come home and sleep with his wife so the pregnancy would line up. But he was such an honorable and selfless brother that he refused to leave the battlefield while his brothers were in the midst of a bloody battle with the Philistines. David was selfish at that moment. He fell into his lust. When you are going after another man's woman, you fall into your lust and you become selfish. Selfishness is a plague. Selfishness kills brotherhood, and in this case, it kills brothers. So David being selfish and wanting his reputation not to be tarnished, being selfish and wanting that man's wife, tried to trick him into coming back off the battlefield so that he could sleep with her. And then she said, oh, baby, I'm pregnant. You get what I'm saying? But that brother being selfless was like, I can't leave my slacker, sir. I'm sorry. I can't leave my brother on the battlefield. My brother's out here dying. We fighting. We're in the midst of the war. I don't feel right coming home to go and beat my wife's guts in while my brothers are dying. When everybody get a chance to leave, then I'll come back. David didn't like that, though. So he's like, all right, well, this is what we do. He got with his number one man. He said, yo, this is what we do. We're going to send him over to this wall where people go to die. Everybody we sent to this wall and died. This is the most treacherous location possible. We're going to put him on the front line, and we're going to send him to that wall, and when we get to the wall, y'all fall back. Because the archers are on that wall, and let him fall prey to the archers. And that's what they did. Him being a good soldier, it was like, yo, we're going to put you on the front line and send you over here. He said, Khan on Wakan. And went to fight. And when they got there, they set him up, he died. And then David was free. They did the whole little mourning thing, and then David publicly married his widow. You know what I mean? But the Lord punished David for that. Solomon wasn't David's firstborn son. David's firstborn son died as an infant with Bathsheba because of the wickedness and selfishness that David exhibited with getting that woman. He didn't wait for the brother to die on the battlefield naturally. He forced that brother's death. He slept with that brother's woman. So that's why this is all about brotherhood is selfless. If David was not being selfish, that brother would have lived. You get what I'm saying? He would have never touched that brother's woman. Solomon would have been born to another sister. Or maybe he just would have waited and that brother might have naturally died on the battlefield. He didn't have to force it, but he did it in a dishonorable manner. So when they're talking about David seduced, no, what David did was was Bathsheba.
Right.
Solomon was Queen Sheba.
Yep.
That's two different people. You know what I'm saying? But that breakdown goes perfectly into what I'm talking about with our people with being selfish. Christ said that the greatest love you can have is to sacrifice and lay down your life for your brother.
Right.
You got to be selfless to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to love your brother as you love yourself. You got to be selfless to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Staying in the truth takes a lot of willpower, a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of selflessness. And unfortunately, brothers come in, they take it as far as they can take it. They go as far as they can go.
Right.
But their selfishness kicks in. You know what I'm saying? And they'll leave the truth over the slightest thing. Brothers don't come into the truth because they don't want to give up whatever it is they don't want to give up that brings them pleasure.
Right.
That's being selfish. Your nation needs you. Your people need you. How dare you not come into the truth? You're a powerful, charismatic brother that people follow.
Right.
And you're not going to come into the truth because you don't want to stop smoking damn cigarettes. Because you don't want to put the weed down. Because you don't want to stop selling poison to your people. Right. You don't want to stop whoring your sisters. You don't want to stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. It's all about you and what you want and don't want. Because you're selfish. You're a selfish piece of garbage. Sisters don't want to come into the school because they don't want to stop getting high, because they want to focus on their career, because they don't want to submit to a man that can have other women, because they figure they deserve their own man. They want their own man. They've done nothing in your whole life to deserve to have your own man. You're not a quote-unquote virgin. You've lain with several men. You know what I'm saying? So you're not unused goods, and that's no offense. We live in that type of society. You got all types of emotional issues. You got personality flaws. You're halfway a monster. You want to be masculine and rule over the man. You don't want to be submissive to you. What makes you think, and I saw a sister say that, what makes you think you deserve your own man? What have you done to deserve your own man? What have you done that this sister ain't done? There's sisters out here that are better than you, that are sharing a man. Inside of the UPK, it's excellent sisters that go above and beyond and show sisterhood and show the skill of being a wife on a whole nother level. But they're not selfish. They know they got a good man that provides power and protection and leadership, and they want their sisters to have power and protection and leadership, so they're willing to share their man with this sister, so this sister doesn't go out and get her brains beat in by some desperate, marauding band of rapists. Right. So this sister can have the same level of protection. They want the same thing that they have for themselves for their sisters. And they sacrifice a level of their happiness so that their sisters can have a level of happiness. Yeah, right. It's brothers that were whoremongers, and their happiness was sleeping with dozens and dozens of women unattached. They can go to the club, buy a couple drinks, see shorty over there, go spit some game in her ear, go smash her that night, hit her a couple more times over the next couple weeks or the next couple months, and then she gone on to the next one. But while he hitting her, he already got a side chick, he got a main chick, he got a side chick, and then he got a bunch of little dips that he go to. Brother was sleeping with 5, 6, 7 women, had 5, 6, 7 women on hook, and then was sleeping with random box any night that he wanted to. Go to the club and go get some random. And guess what? He sacrificed all of that. That was his happiness. That was his pleasure. And he sacrificed all of that. Yeah, he could get multiple ribs, but now he got a rib And before he goes and get another rib, he has to vet that woman. He has to take time to get to know her, have to get her tested, have to witness what her demons are and her personality flaws before he sticks his rod up in her. Knowing at any given time he got the game to sleep with her if the first night, the first week, the first month. But this brother gonna wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months before he touches that woman. And he might get to getting to know her and realize, man, I can't deal with her. She fine. I want to hit it. I'd imagine myself deep up in it. But guess what? I can't picture myself married to her. I can't picture her raising my children. I can't picture her being my mother's daughter-in-law. So I'm going to let her go. And then I'm going to go on to the next one. Or matter of fact, the brother might not have a rib. He had several ribs in the world. He's in the truth with no rib. And it's been 2 or 3 years since he laid with a woman. But he's courted several sisters, and he has not touched them. You know why? Because he's sacrificed, and he's not selfish. He's not going to whore his sisters anymore. Right. And he's going to go and investigate them and make sure that they're proper for him. And if they're not a proper woman for him, he's not going to touch them. He's going to let them go so that the brother that can deal with her, that can see himself being with her, will be with her. Right. Meanwhile, he's searching on and praying to the Lord to send him a sister. And he's dedicating himself to this truth. And he's teaching brothers. And he's going to camp. And he's carrying crates. And he's teaching classes. And he's going all across the United States. Giving away food and clothes. And doing clothing drives and food drives. And teaching classes and going to Passover. They're doing everything that he's supposed to do in this truth. Waiting for the Lord to send him a proper rib. Sacrifice. Proper real sacrifice. Right. Sacrifice your goddamn happiness. It ain't about you being happy. Who gives a damn about you being happy? Right. Right. The Lord is not happy. Christ is not happy. He's not happy with the conditions of his people. He's not happy with this world. Why the hell are you happy with this world? Right. You can be happy when you turn on the TV and see your brothers and sisters getting shot down every day. Seeing brothers getting shot down like dogs in the street, and even sisters now. Sisters are getting beat. The police aren't shooting as many sisters, but they are beating the hell out of Black and Hispanic women. But you're happy because you can go to the club and turn up and shake your funky behind in the air. And your girlfriend sticking your tongue out, talking about, hey, y'all, you know what I mean? You're a bad bitch now, right? Because you look like every other chick out here. Y'all got the same hairstyle, wearing the same style of makeup. Y'all all twerking. Y'all wear the same shit. And somehow that individual, that group mentality makes you an individual and makes you unique. There's nothing unique about you. Because there are 10 of you right next to you. Stop trying to worry about this fake happiness that the white man has put inside of you. Because you know when you're going to really find yourself being happy? You'll find yourself happy being a wife.
That's right.
You'll find yourself happy being a mother. You'll be happy being a sister to these sisters inside of the UPK.
Right.
That's where you'll find real happiness. Not that bullcrap, Hallmark, Hollywood, Edomite happiness that you think in your mind is happy. That's not happiness. That's an illusion. That's fake. Right. Because the sisters that seek that happiness are miserable.
Right.
Your career's not going to bring you happiness. Having your own man all to yourself ain't going to bring you happiness because you're going to either leave them or divorce them or break up with them. It happens all the time. Black people used to be the #1 married people in the whole entire country. Right. And Papa was a Rolling Stone back then. Papa might have had 2-3 houses. You know what I'm saying? But he was married And they stayed married for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. You got the nerve to say, I ain't gonna be like my grandmother. I don't want to be like my grandmother. I don't want to be like my mother. I don't want to be like my aunt. Well, your grandmother, your great aunt, your mother, your auntie, you're talking about women that have been married 20, 30, 40 years. Had your dumb ass. So obviously they know something because they sacrificed. They weren't selfish. They gave up something. They gave up their supposed happiness for actual happiness. Because believe you me, brother and sister, if your mother and your father and your grandmother and your grandfather were not happy with each other for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, they would have not stayed together. You're the ones that don't understand the keys of life. You're the ones that don't understand what real brotherhood and real sisterhood is about. Christ sacrificed his life for you to be the ultimate brother and show the ultimate love and the ultimate brotherhood. And he said that you are to love each other, that we are to love each other like he loved us. And if you do that, then you're willing. Well, I'm not saying you got to sacrifice your life all the way, but you can sacrifice your life. Sacrifice your life. Kill the old man. Kill the old woman. Come inside to the Isupk and the Commander General Yohana and become something brand new.
That's right.
Die and be resurrected. And with that, my name is Priest and Officer 1000 Mayad. This is the Isupk Chicago Monday Night Brotherhood class, and we are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. If it's not of Isupk under Commander General Yohana, it's not the truth. That's my time, Israel. Shalom.